Have you ever noticed that the moment you get up from your seat, your furry friend swoops in and takes your spot like it's their throne? Almost like they've been plotting this all along. But why do dogs do this? Is it just about comfort, or is there something deeper going on in their doggy minds? Well, get ready, because today we're diving into the fascinating reasons behind this quirky behavior. From their deep emotional bond with you to their natural instincts, there's actually science behind why your dog steals your seat. Studies show that a dog's brain reacts positively to their owner's scent, releasing oxytocin, the same hormone that strengthens human relationships. Before we jump in, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with fellow dog lovers. Now let's find out what your pup is really trying to tell you when they take your seat. 1. It's a sign of affection. Your dog taking your seat isn't just about comfort, it's a way of showing love and attachment. Dogs are highly social animals that rely on scent to feel connected to their owners. When they sit where you were just moments ago, they're surrounding themselves with your smell, which gives them a sense of security and warmth. A dog's sense of smell is incredibly powerful, up to 100,000 times stronger than a human's. This means that even after you leave the room, your scent lingers on the chair or couch, and your dog finds that comforting. In a way, it's like they're giving themselves a hug with your presence. This behavior is especially common in dogs that experience mild separation anxiety. If your pup tends to follow you around the house or whines when you leave, they might be using your seat as a temporary substitute for you. It's also a way for them to feel closer to you emotionally. Dogs don't just love their owners, they form deep bonds with them, much like human relationships. So, the next time your furry friend steals your seat, take it as a compliment. They just want to be near you, even when you're not there. 2. They're marking their territory. Dogs have natural instincts to claim spaces as their own, and taking your seat can be a subtle way of marking their territory. Unlike the more obvious method of peeing on things, this is a much cleaner and more socially acceptable way for them to leave their scent behind. Dogs have scent glands in their paws and on their bodies that release pheromones, chemical signals that other dogs can detect. When your dog sits in your spot, they might be leaving behind a trace of their scent, subtly marking it as theirs. But don't worry, this isn't necessarily about dominance. Instead, it's more like them saying, "This is part of my pack's space, and I belong here too." This behavior is especially common in multi-pet households, where dogs may feel the need to reinforce their presence within the group. If you have more than one dog, you might even notice them swapping spots frequently as a way of sharing territory. So, while it may seem like your dog is just being sneaky, their habit of stealing your seat is actually a natural part of how they interact with their environment and their human family. 3. They want to keep your spot warm. Dogs are naturally drawn to warmth. If you've just left your seat, chances are it's one of the coziest places in the room, and your dog is simply taking advantage of that. This instinct goes back to their wild ancestors, who would seek out warm, sheltered spots to conserve energy and stay comfortable. In colder months, this behavior becomes even more common. Many dogs will curl up in places that retain heat, such as freshly vacated chairs, sunlit areas, or even your bed. Their body temperature is naturally higher than ours, around 101 to 102.5 degrees Fahrenheit, but they still love the added warmth of a recently occupied seat. If your dog frequently takes your spot after you leave, it's likely because they associate it with comfort and relaxation. Some dogs might even nuzzle into blankets or cushions to make the spot even cozier. It's not about taking your place, it's about enjoying the warmth and security that comes with it. So the next time your pup claims your chair, remember, it's not personal, it's just science. 4. It's a pack mentality thing. Dogs are instinctively pack animals, and their social structure strongly influences their behavior. In the wild, canines establish a hierarchy where each member has a specific role. While domesticated dogs don't follow this structure rigidly, the instinct is still present. When your dog takes your seat, they might be testing their position within the pack or simply seeking a connection with you. This doesn't necessarily mean they're trying to dominate you. More often, they just want to be included and feel a sense of belonging. In a pack setting, dogs frequently sit where their leader sits or in places that provide security and comfort. Your recently vacated seat carries your scent, making it an attractive and familiar spot for them to relax. This behavior is especially common in multi-dog households. If you have more than one pup, you might notice them swapping spots frequently, reinforcing their presence within the group. Some dogs may also test whether they can claim a spot of higher status by sitting in a more dominant dog's or human's place. If your dog takes your seat but moves easily when you return, it's likely just a social habit rather than an assertion of dominance. However, if they growl or refuse to move, it could indicate a resource guarding issue that requires training and boundary reinforcement. 5. They're seeking attention. Dogs are incredibly smart and observant, and they quickly learn what actions get their owner's attention. If your pup realizes that stealing your seat leads to laughter, playful scolding, or even a gentle nudge, they might start doing it just to get a reaction from you. For some dogs, even minor interactions like being nudged off the chair are rewarding. They might see it as part of a game or as a way to engage with you. This is especially common in breeds that crave human interaction, such as Labrador Retrievers, Border Collies, and Golden Retrievers, which are known for their playful and social nature. This behavior can also be a sign that your dog wants more engagement in general. If they frequently take your seat and look at you expectantly, they might be signaling that they want to play, go for a walk, or simply be acknowledged. To prevent your dog from using seat stealing as a demand for attention, ensure they get enough mental and physical stimulation throughout the day. Regular playtime, training sessions, and walks can help redirect their energy positively. 6. They're protecting you. Dogs have an innate protective instinct, and for some, taking your seat is their way of keeping your space safe. While this may seem surprising, certain breeds, especially those with strong guarding tendencies like German Shepherds, Rottweilers, and Dobermans, are more likely to exhibit this behavior. In a dog's mind, your seat is an extension of you. By sitting in it when you leave, they aren't just getting comfortable, they are watching over something that belongs to their leader. This is similar to how some dogs sleep near their owner's belongings or stay close to the front door when their human is away. If your dog sits in your spot and remains alert, watching the doorway or listening to sounds around the house, they might be taking their guard duty seriously. While this habit is usually harmless, if your dog becomes possessive of your seat and refuses to move or growls when approached, it's important to address the behavior early. Teaching commands like off or move with positive reinforcement can help maintain a healthy balance between affection and respect. 7. They just love your scent. Dogs have an incredibly advanced sense of smell, about 40 times more powerful than that of humans. While we have around 6 million olfactory receptors, dogs have up to 300 million, allowing them to pick up even the faintest traces of scent. This ability plays a huge role in how they experience the world and interact with their surroundings. When your dog takes your seat, they are not just looking for a comfortable spot, they are surrounding themselves with something deeply familiar, your scent. This is particularly important because dogs rely heavily on smell for emotional connection. Studies have shown that when dogs recognize their owner's scent, their brains release oxytocin, the same hormone that strengthens bonds between humans. This means that your scent is genuinely soothing to them, like a security blanket that brings comfort and reassurance. This behavior is especially common in dogs that experience separation anxiety or stress when left alone. If your dog frequently takes your seat when you leave, it may be their way of coping with your absence and feeling closer to you. In a sense, your scent makes them feel safe even when you are not there. If you'd rather they not take your spot, you can provide a designated blanket or dog bed with an item of your clothing. This gives them the comfort of your scent without them having to claim your seat every time you get up. 8. It's a comfort habit. Some dogs don't steal your seat for any deep emotional reason, they just find it comfortable. Over time, they develop habits based on where they feel most at ease, and if your spot happens to be warm, cozy, and familiar, it becomes their preferred place to rest. Dogs are creatures of routine. If they have taken your seat a few times and found it pleasant, they are likely to keep doing it. The more they repeat the behavior, the more ingrained it becomes. For them, it's no different from always sleeping in the same corner of the room or lying on a specific rug. This habit can also develop from simple observation. If your dog sees you sitting in the same spot every day, they might assume it is the best seat in the house. When you get up, they naturally gravitate toward it, thinking it must be the most desirable resting place. 9. They're mimicking you. Dogs are natural imitators. They observe their owners closely and often copy their behaviors, whether it's following you from room to room, tilting their head when you talk, or even sitting in the same spot you do. This ability to mimic is a sign of their intelligence and their strong bond with humans. If your dog sees you sitting in a specific chair or on a certain side of the couch all the time, they may decide that this is the best spot in the house. When you get up, their instinct might tell them to take your place simply because you were there first. In their minds, they are following your lead and doing what the pack leader does. This behavior is especially noticeable in puppies and younger dogs that are still learning from their owners. They pay close attention to what you do and often replicate actions that seem beneficial or comforting. This is the same reason why some dogs will help with household chores, copy your yawns, or even try to talk back when you speak to them. 10. Doggy instinct. At the end of the day, some things dogs do simply because it feels natural to them. Taking your seat could be about comfort, security, warmth, attention, or just pure instinct. Dogs have been living alongside humans for thousands of years, adapting their behaviors to fit into our world. Some of their quirks, like circling before lying down or digging at blankets, are remnants of their wild ancestry. Taking your seat might be another one of those ingrained instincts that don't necessarily have a single explanation, it just feels right to them. For many dogs, this behavior is harmless and simply part of their personality. Some might do it for warmth, others for reassurance, and some just because they enjoy the spot. No matter the reason, it's one of those endearing habits that make dogs such lovable companions. So, the next time your dog steals your seat, remember, they're not trying to take over your throne. They're just being a dog. So, the next time your pup takes your seat, don't be too quick to shoo them away. They might just be trying to say I love you in their own adorable way. Whether it's about comfort, warmth, protection, or just plain fun, this quirky habit is just another reason why dogs are the best companions ever. What about your dog? Do they steal your seat too? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more fun dog facts. Now, if you've ever wondered why dogs stretch so much, you won't want to miss the next video. Click on it now to uncover another fascinating dog habit and what it really means.